Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
The best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington football team. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
First down, Newton. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. They'll run on first down. Archer. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
From the gun, here's Newton. And his pass, incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now it's Newton. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got Evans. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Throwing again is Newton. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
They're on the 20-yard line.
On first down, Gibson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they work this right upfield across the 45.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Man open down the middle of the field, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop. They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24.
And 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. A shotgun snap for Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs. and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Buccaneers 7, Washington 0.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
At the 26-yard line.
On first down, Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the Buccaneers 17-yard line.
Second and 1. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
When you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Looking for McCord, and he's got him. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Jet sweep. This is Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line at 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, Newton again. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 23. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And he finds Gronk. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little movement in a game like this is important to a team. They feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they're out in front.
Getting set set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They'll look to throw now on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be second down.
Second down and 10.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Third down.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's...
This is caught at the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Santos. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. On first down, Gibson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And Washington Washington has retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Archer. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. 2 catches now. In this divisional round matchup, that one a first down. From the 50, Newton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll run on 1st down. Archer. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 31, Newton. And that is incomplete here.
Make it happen! Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
3rd and long. It's Newton. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. He's at the 50, 30, and he's a long some ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That is caught at the 7. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. Archer. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Newton. Taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Jonathan Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, 60 yards. And now Washington a PAT away from taking the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Newton. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. safety valve here. That's complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Makes the score Buccaneers 23.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
20-yard line.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
On first down, it's Newton. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. One in, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On 3rd down, Archer. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line. Conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
Yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play call, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They'll run on 1st down. Archer, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. They'll keep it on the ground. Archer. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Newton. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Here's Newton. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Be incomplete. Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. I mean, they had to slog their way downfield. They got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.